My name is Anthony Oakes.
And I'm Patrice DeVoe, and this is the Black Think Tank with Anthony and Patrice.
Create a space where we could, discuss Black content creators and providers and consumers of Black content. Produce our own film, on our own start on a film, this is our Black content. That's what we want.
Oh, my favorite part is always when it comes in. That part. Oh my god.
Yo, why are we standing on our own song? That's tired.
Listen, you gotta be a fan of yourself first before anybody else is gonna be a fan of you.
Hey, I'm totally feeling. How you doing, Patrice?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm feeling great.
I'm feeling great. Feeling great. Yo, that video is hilarious. It's good to see your face. I feel like I see you all the time now. Lord have mercy.
Listen, I am just happy that I'm still upright. It's been very busy, but it beats the alternative of not being busy. But yeah, I feel like I did just see you. Oh yeah, I did, because I dropped by your house and grabbed something. we won't talk about what it was on air, but
yes. Shout out to Marcus Keith Allen, who's watching, and Teresa Concepcion, who killed 3 Black Minutes.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to them. I'm good though. Are you good? Everything good with you? You got so much going on.
We do as a collective, but in addition to that, speaking of the collective, we can't really go too much further unless we bring in the squad.
The squad.
Great couple, the Turnip Seeds, Haywood and Tracy. How y'all doing?
Wonderful.
We're Black. We're beautiful.
I love the way that part comes in. We're Black. You're beautiful. You're perfect. It's almost like she has like a European accent. You're Black. You're beautiful. You're perfect.
It's very soothing.
That's what you get when you marry Lisa Turtle, I'm telling you.
How are the baby Turnip Seeds?
All right. They're doing all right. They're in the back. Fortunately, they're back there living.
Wait. It's real quiet. It's real quiet for them. I'm like, wait a minute. Are the baby Turnip Seeds okay?
They're all doing something. They're all preoccupied for the next 7 minutes. So let's get this going.
Hey, I'm telling you, because they will pop up out of the blue. They will definitely pop up. Yo, we have an amazing show. Like, I'm just like blown away at the show that we're gonna have today. Somebody that I admire, I consider a mentor. I'm sure we all consider this person and hold them in such high regards. It's freaking Tony Woods.
Yeah.
Whatever you say. Woods. Lord have mercy.
He's your favorite comedian's favorite comedian. Let's just be clear on that. Let's read the resume how it's supposed to be read.
I feel like it's a double dose because for 3 Black Minutes, we also have somebody I love and admire in this comedy game, and that is Donna Lewis.
Yes, come on, hitting figures. She literally works for NASA. I don't know. I hope that's okay for me to tell people that normally she reps it. But yes, Donna Lewis. Yes, Black excellence. Black excellence.
This is that, take a little bit from the Blairism. This is that Give You Your Flowers Today show.
Yeah. And in addition to the flowers that we want to give our guests, we're also accepting them by way of cash app donations. As you all know, the Black Think Tank is a donation-based show. We cannot bring this to you every week without your help, viewers like you, a la PBS. So you can cash app us at hashtag the Black Think Tank if you feel so moved.
Yes, definitely. Yes, thank you, Sister Patrice. Thank you, Sister Patrice, for the offering. Now we're going to move on to the announcements. Now, we have an amazing show today, and I really want to get to our 3 Black Minutes and our guest, Tony Wood. So, I mean, you already know about it's Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. And you know that we here at the Black Think Tank support Black businesses. So, to start out the show, we're going to do Black Business Shout Out!
Black business shout out. Black business shout out. Hey. Welcome to the Black Business Shout Out with Tracy Turnipseed. Support your Black businesses.
Hello, hey. Today we are shouting out a magnificent, fantastic business that I'm sure you heard of before. It's us. We're shouting out us. Come see us February 28th at the Draft House in Arlington.
Yeah.
Come celebrate your Black history on Sunday, February 28th with Patrice O'Neal. Anthony,
wait.
No.
Come on, Patrice O'Neal.
Speak it.
Yes.
Speak it, Tracy.
Speak it over your life.
Black business shout out.
Why did I say Patrice O'Neal? Because it's that comedian. All of them are funny. It'll be there. It'll be there in spirit. Anyway, so who else is going to be there? Anthony's going to be there. Anthony Oakes, comedian. Haywood Turnipseed. Miss Violet Gray will be on top. And finally,
Algiers.
I know. Algiers Diamond will be there. Special musical guests. You guys shouldn't give me the important job to do.
Yo, that's the MJ. That's the MJ
underscores.
Hey.
So yeah, come out and see us at the Arlington Draft House Sunday, February 28th to help kind of wrap up Black History Month. We're going to have a live podcast. And then afterwards, we're going to actually have our comedians come up and do their thing. Black Business Shout Out.
Black Business Shout Out. Oh, I thought I was going to. Yo, thank you, Tracy. Make sure you guys go get your tickets to see Patrice O'Neal.
I will be channeling the spirit of the great Patrice O'Neal. Long live Patrice. No, it's appropriate that this episode is called Black Laughs because we have not stopped laughing. 8 minutes and 35 seconds ago.
Yeah, so another segment that we have here at the Black Think Tank, we always have to go to the uncle. It's Black History Month, but we always get the history every Tuesday on Black Think Tank. So just get ready.
Black history, Black herstory. You have to know where you're from to know where you're going. Uncle Historian Haywood.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? I feel like I should be shouting out Patrice O'Neal, but
okay.
Patrice O'Neal, one of my favorite comedians, and Patrice DeVoe, one of my other favorite comedians. Today we are talking about the father of comedy, stand-up comedy, as it is known in America, a brother by the name of Charlie Case. Charlie Case, born in 1860, a vaudeville legend, brother who actually trained as a lawyer, traveling salesman, and one man who decided to stand flat-footed and tell comedy. tell some jokes. If you look at him right there, Charlie Case, he performed in blackface because he was a mulatto, born as they say at that time, mulatto. He was born to an Irish woman and a free black man. So supposedly this is one of the first brothers who signed up to fight in the Civil War. Not Charlie, but his father. From the internet, and I say the internet with love. It does say about Charlie, he was a quiet, understated stand-up comedian with a habit of worrying a piece of string as he spoke. He came up first in rowdy concert saloons before switching to the vaudeville stage, will be more conducive to his highly verbal act in the 1880s. By the 1890s, he was spoken of as a star. Such a star that a gentleman that you all may have heard of, or some of you may never have heard of, W.C. Fields, not covered his songs as it is known today because you have to give the person credit, but took one of his songs and made it a hit. The song that Charlie did was There Was Once a Boy Who Left His Old Country Home. And he ran into some people in the city and they gave him some beer. W.C. Fields made that famous as the Fatal Glass of Beer. This is one of the funniest songs I've ever heard. I can remember I guess my uncles and grandparents listened to some of the W.C. Fields and stuff like that. And when you think about vaudeville and Charlie Case, this is what stand-up comedy was born from. Stand-up comedy is one of a uniquely American art form. When I say uniquely American art form, there's a few art forms that America has created. I probably said that before. Hip-hop, jazz, and stand-up comedy. That's standing flat-footed and saying to someone how you feel. Thank God we actually have freedom of speech in this country. Thank God and thank a whole lot of stuff. So, I want to thank Charlie for being able to stand there flat-footed and tell his jokes. Funny thing about Charlie, well, one of the funny things about Charlie is he may have actually committed suicide in 1916 when he died. They say they just heard a gunshot. He was cleaning his gun and the gun went off in his hotel room in Times Square.
That sounds suspicious.
Sounds very suspicious because people have been starting, well, very suspicious, but you know how it is in the 1900s. Brother couldn't tell his own story because people started taking it from him. As the Great Depression started reeling his kid and started getting closer and closer, you start getting that, what do you get? You get the rooms, you get vaudeville, you get those speakeasies. What's coming up before he passes away? Prohibition and all that stuff. So all of this stuff that was above ground was getting ready to go underground. So I say that to say stand-up comedy really got its groove on during that time where it could be something that we could do to this day and celebrate the people we're on here to celebrate today. And thanks to Charlie, we can celebrate those folks. So we want to say to Charlie, like we say to all our folks who we give our flowers to, past and present and future, we say to them with the words of our ancestors, Ashe,
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 Ashe.
We give thanks for every day. Make Black History 365 days a year, 366 on the leap year, because every day is a story.
Yo, thank you, Uncle Historian. Yo, he was. I remember we were talking about this story earlier. Because I was like, he is really light skinned. I was like, now wait a minute, what is going on? Yeah. The other picture looks more like, I mean, this picture look, you could tell that something is, you know.
Well, the thing about blackface at that time, during that time, it came out of the minstrel show, right? But black people had to perform in blackface in order for white audience members to accept it the way it was being given. And then that led all the way to folks like Amos and Andy and stuff that went from being radio shows with two Jewish fellas mimicking voices to television shows that had two brothers still doing those jokes, but getting that artwork, you know, being able to get that work that Charlie laid that groundwork for. People, I mean, we'll talk about like Stephen Fetcher one day because people talk about him and don't realize that he had patents. That man was that thing that he portrayed on stage. He was something different. And this is the beauty of stand-up comedy. What I love about comedy is, for some of us, it's an act, but for many of us, this is just who we are. And we get to be that way on stage. I don't get dressed like this every day when I go to work.
Yo, but Teresa talking about don't be hating on light skin, Mr. Anthony Oakes. We mulattoes count. I was not hating, I promise. No, I was just at first glance, I was like, maybe he sent the wrong picture. I don't know. I have to go research, because it was kind of,
it was very passing, okay? We're not going to pretend like we ain't talk about it in the group chat. I said, Black Think Tank getting lighter every daggone week. Listen, we opened up and now y'all just trying to throw. No, I'm just joking. No, this. I want to shout out to Jessica Romano, who's on here, as well as Joe Jackson. I don't think that's Michael's daddy, but
Joe Jackson is from the DMV, who is a hilarious comedian who creates these words that are always like spelled wrong, but they make sense in the sentence. It's so correct. We have to get him on 3 Black Minutes. We have to get him on 3 because he is hilarious.
Okay, well, shout out to Joe Jackson. Thanks for tuning in.
I know. Now talking about Black History Month, before we bring Tony up, because I think Tony's having a little technical difficulties backstage. Did y'all see that story about the school allowing families to opt out of Black history lessons for their children?
In Oregon, right? Wasn't that in Oregon?
That is, but not. I mean, what? Why would you even think? And they were Black.
Well, I'm okay with it if we can opt out of white history. Because I'm just saying, my whole thing is, as long as there's a level of equality to it, you're not gonna sit here and I don't know about any, and that's annoying.
It's one of those things. It's like, okay, I've heard many arguments about it. Should there even be a Black History Month? The YouTube clip runs around of Morgan Freeman talking to the guy from 60 Minutes, talking about there shouldn't even be a Black History Month. And there's some truth in that, but there shouldn't be, because this should be a part of what we learn on the regular.
Right.
The reason why there is a Black History Month is because we don't learn this on the regular. So if you're doing this because you want to insert this information like Charlie Case into drama classes on a regular basis, or you want to insert Oscar Michaud into drama classes on a regular basis, then I'm all for it. But until that day happens, then we have to have these platforms where we actually share this information. I mean, you have so many people who don't know who Garrett A. Morgan was, who don't know who, I mean, right now people don't know who Frederick Douglass was. They're like, who's this person? Reason why James Baldwin is coming back up is because people are finding out about him. And how is it you sit in the English class and don't teach about him? I don't know. Yeah, I do.
No.
Well, I think that it's a there are certain well, no, I can't even say that. Like, it's just certain things that Black kids should know, and I think that it's important for families to teach them. Like, for instance, all the stuff that you think or people portray that white people invented, 9 times out of 10.
GPS. I just learned that a Black woman created GPS, and that sounds like something a Black woman would do. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something.
Where you at?
She was like, "Wait a minute! It don't take you 15 minutes."
Exactly.
Listen, that is such a Black woman thing to invent.
The gas mask was invented by I think Garrett Morgan. I mean, at a time where they were when there was a fire, the first people they would send in were Black people, so they were the ones to get burned up and die of smoke inhalation. And Garrett Morgan was like, "No, ma'am, let me create this mask." You know what I'm saying, to prevent my fellow brothers and brothers from going and getting killed.
Right.
Well, are the parents mad at the content, or are they just wanting to opt out because you said it was Black parents too? Could it be just the content that's being taught during Black History Month that they want to say, "Nah, we got this. We can teach our kids what they need to know about Black history ourselves"?
No, I thought
because the public schools do have like a tendency to not teach the truth.
Yeah, I don't think it was Black parents telling them, asking to opt out. I think I was saying that the principal was Black who instituted the optional Black History Month lessons.
Yeah, and they were upset. He gave us a statement like, I'm sad that people went this route. But then didn't we always say, I want to know who they are? Well, okay. Okay.
So talking about Black history, I'm gonna and Haywood, because you are Uncle Historian, and I mean, I don't believe in ageism, but you are the senior, the senior up on here. this next gentleman, I want you to have the liberty to introduce him.
I can say a lot of things about this gentleman, but let me say, first time coming to the stage, one of my good friends, soon to be yours. Everybody welcome this young gentleman, Mr. Tony Wood.
Tony Wood!
Now, Tony Woods, I'm gonna say the same thing all here that I said backstage when we was doing sound check. You all over Netflix now. You're getting too much money for this.
So what can we say about Tony Wood? There we go. There we go.
No, sir.
It was my
Okay, there we go.
We got him. Are you moving?
Stay right there. Whatever you're doing. Oh, wait.
You're moving.
And yeah.
it's real cracky, the sound.
Okay, can you? What about sound in that video?
Well, I mean, I can hear. Y'all was saying it was kind of.
Okay.
Throw your laptop to Zimbabwe. I am angry. We were so excited. Come on. Oh no.
Yeah, well, guess what? So we're gonna allow Mr. because this has to be better than this right here. We're not giving Max Headroom like we're don't give him
his flowers.
Yeah, we gotta give him his flowers properly. We're gonna take a quick minute because we're gonna go to the other great comedian that we have on the roster tonight. Who there are few people that when I meet them, I already know what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like you just meet people, you be like, okay. And when I met this woman, I instantly knew that we were gonna have a bond. She's amazing. She does improv, she does comedy. I mean, she works for NASA. I mean, come on, y'all gotta give it up for this 3 Black Minutes comedian, Donna Lewis. If I can find the video, Lord have mercy.
Welcome to 3 Black Minutes, where comedians from all over have 3 Black Minutes to talk about tonight's topics. Comedians have 3 Black Minutes to be funny, or we have 3 Black Minutes to roast them. Tuesday, we have the hilarious comedian, Donna Lewis. 3 Black Minutes. Black tie matters.
Hey! Hello! Thank y'all for having me.
What's good, Donna? I remember now, Donna. Was the first time we met? Was it at the comedy competition or was it before that?
At the comedy. The Comedy Cellar. Was that it in New York City in October of like 2017? You know I'm old.
Seasoned.
Just seasoned.
And don't nobody wear that autumn sunrise at the top. Listen, Miss Donna always got that cut late. But wait, we got to give you a 3 Black Minutes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Donna, you're on for your 3 Black Minutes. And go.
Well, look, you know, y'all was Haywood was talking about the vaudeville guy, and that I love that. And then you was talking about the people in Utah with the Black History Month. I don't know what's wrong with these people this month in Black History Month. Black folks going ridiculous about Black History Month. Do you know today there's a black governor, a guy running for governor in Michigan that wants to abolish Black History Month?
What?
About that? Yeah, he's running for governor in Michigan, and his platform is to abolish Black History Month. I'm like, what? Where are they finding these people at during the They only coming out now. Where was his ass in December? You know? Where are they coming from? Why you want to get rid of Black history? That's your platform? That you know that shit is not going over in the D. He ain't Detroit. You know he not.
Ain't nobody playing that.
Heck no. And in other horrible Black History Month news, Candace Owens says she want to run for president. What in the hell is going on in the world today? Is it like some kind of plantation they crawled off of? Is there like an X-Men place that they go to? You know, a school of coonery? I don't know what's going on. I'm upset with these people today. Not during Black History Month. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. If you black and you trying to get rid of Black History Month, during Black History Month, you deserve a visit by the Drop Squad. That's all I'm saying. Remember them? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You need to be taken to a re-education camp where you eat patty pies. You know, you drink a whole lot of sweet tea and Kool-Aid, and you get your head right.
Yeah.
Right in my spirit. When I saw that, I was like, "Come on now." I don't know. Y'all got any questions? What have y'all learned today?
Yo, I wish Candace would run for president.
Yeah.
Wait, so let me just make sure I understand. If what if not both of her? Let's just say our current vice president wasn't running. And Candace Owens was the first Black woman to run for president. Y'all wouldn't vote for her?
Well, first of all, she got to recognize that she is Black.
I don't think she's ever denied the fact that she is Black.
Okay.
Everybody with a fade ain't for the fall, and everybody with dreads ain't for the
cause, baby. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the platform.
Well, but okay,
it depends on the platform,
okay,
really.
but see, that's it's kind of hypocritical. But we're gonna get Tony in here why he's still that he
it's
got
hypocritical because we didn't state what we wouldn't do before that. I just wouldn't. It depends on her platform. I don't like Candace Owens. I don't like what she stands for. Just because she's Black.
For her at all. I'm just saying. We can't pretend like we haven't had instances where like we have to do this because it's a black person.
That people say that all the time.
We have stood on that platform before, even if that person didn't necessarily have the policies or the best interest in
You talking about Kamala?
Well,
okay.
I'm just talking.
It looks like I can see Tony Woods backstage, and it looks like he's moving around, like he's
here now while it's working.
I switched from my iPhone. I mean, from my iPad to my phone.
Yes.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the first time anywhere, Tony Woods.
What's up, yo?
Hey, Tony.
This is one of the coolest. This is one of the coolest cats I ever met. In the DC comedy scene, I'll be perfectly honest. I was very green. I did not know initially who Tony was when I first met him. We ended up on a show. I would want to say I came to see him at the Draft House. I saw him at the Draft House after I think a show that I did, and I was just like, this guy is phenomenal. Like, who is this? And Alex, I won't forget. Alex Brown was like, that's Tony Woods. He looked at me like I was. He looked at me like I was like, I'm sorry.
Luckily, when I first started, I asked somebody like, "Who are the people I should know? Like, who are the people I should know?" And Tony Woods was one of the first names they said. So I kind of did my research then, and when I happened to meet him, it was just amazing. He gave me some advice that worked on stage, and from then on out, he's really just looked out. And I appreciate Tony. We appreciate you. We are giving you your flowers. These are your flowers.
Thank you. I can hear y'all.
I'm just happy to be heard and seen. So you have the most recent project, Mr. Tony Woods, that you are on is They Ready, right? On Netflix, produced by Tiffany Haddish. Can you tell us a little bit how that came about, and what was that like for you to have this kind of like I don't want to say resurgence, but
Reinsurgence.
Because the people who know you are very well known. But for people who may not have been privy to who you are, how did you feel about getting this kind of like reinsurgence? And
it was good. I mean, it ain't been that many shows. It hasn't been that many shows, and to have all the regular shows not happen and then have a super big show happen, that felt good. But that I guess that ain't the answer y'all wanted.
It is. I got another question.
I'm gonna give you one of those America's Got Talent answers.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
It was phenomenal. I mean, it was amazing. I can't even begin to describe how I felt. And better.
Okay, so I got one more question. Who's your weed man? And which strain is that you're currently smoking on?
No, but Tony, how does that really? I mean, you for such a legend, people consider you a legend in the game. People consider you a mentor. You mentored the greats, and you're the great. So how does that feel just to come back and just rock sock with this Netflix special versus previous shows? I mean, just to come back from, yeah.
What's his name? LL. Remember him?
Yeah.
Remember that song he had?
Yeah, don't call it a comeback.
Call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
I've been here for years.
Talk about comeback. Y'all just seen me last week.
Yeah.
We seen yesterday. So it's Saturday.
I was right there, RFD on the last night. I was right there at the the name of the little dirty spot on 14th Street?
Nottingham? Or no?
No, the little dirty spot. What's his name? What's my man?
Latino.
No, 14th Street. What's the little dirty spot on Tuesday night? What's the name?
You talking about Sally's?
Not Sally's. That's on U Street.
That's on U Street. He said it won't dirty. He said it's at a different location.
What's his name? Jelani spot. What was that little spot called?
The Pinch.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I was right here. I guess this is just for the benefit of everybody who wasn't at the Pinch and wasn't at Sally's, who wasn't at Magoobies or Nottingham's or all the little places around. So yeah. I was on an island in the South Pacific, meditating and getting my mind together, and then I tied some pigskins together. I'm like, I'm gonna come back and do Tiffany's show. Ooh, there we go. Is that what y'all want? Is that what y'all want? Or we can tell the truth. I was
always the truth. Always.
Okay. I did Klingon's room of Baltimore. Really okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did you call him Cleon? Or Cleon? It sounded like
Star Trek?
That's my man. Y'all just got your earbuds are vibrating. That's all. But I said,
may I ask this question, Tony? May I ask this question? You are not only are you international, but you're interstellar, and you call DC home. We call DC the District of Comedy. And because you introduced me to Andy Evans, who lived up the street from myself, who we call Yoda. I say that to say, what is it about DC comedy? Because they're great comics come from DC, and Richard Pryor used to perform here on a regular basis, and this is going back to the 80s. There was a resurgence in the 90s, and now in the new millennium, DC has done it again. Something about DC and comedy has this gravity effect. Where really good comedians come to this area and work it out. What has made you stay here? What do you think that? Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Well, first of all, it's chocolate city. The weather's permissible. There's a lot of institutions of higher learning, and you can get a government job here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just well, when we first started doing comedy here, you know, we was performing in like clubs where they wouldn't want us to say this and say stuff that's naturally funny to people, like doo doo. That's funny, you know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't, and cussing is always easy. So they wouldn't let us cuss, none of that stuff. So like guys like me and Martin and I ain't seen that picture in years. Go
Oh, please go back. I need that picture back on the screen for 2 additional seconds because.
So explain. So why you do this? Explain this picture. Explain.
Okay, because who is the brother bit there? Like.
Yo,
is that you?
That's
the
guy. No, wait. The guy in the gold jacket. His name is Chris Charles. He used to be the host. He was the permanent host of the Uptown. Uptown. Was it? No, the comedy house. The one they had one in Atlanta. It was called the comedy act theater. No, comedy act theater. One in LA and they had one in Atlanta. He was a host there. Then after that, his name is Chris Charles. Then he was the host of All Jokes Aside in Chicago.
Oh,
yeah. Everybody's always going, where's Chris Charles? That was a cool dude. Go back. Let me see that picture. That's Bruce. Look at that. Look, that's me, Dave, Bruce, Daniel Williams, and DC Don Curry. Who is that girl over there?
Y'all got your brand bags, y'all got your swag bags.
Okay. Hey, Tony, you had a tight fade. You had a tight little fade up there.
Yeah. So, you don't start out well, if you're a baby, you start out bald head, but you know, it goes. It comes over time. Man, y'all, somebody got to send me that picture, man. That was the Chicago. It was a Chicago Comedy Fest. Yeah. And you know, after that we all dipped and went to the Cotton Club because Bernie Mac had a show over there.
Wow. That's what's up. So you mentioned that you didn't have, no shows, and then to have the big show. How have you been doing? What have you been doing to keep yourself busy doing this pandemonium?
Panoramic, right?
Panoramic. What have you been doing?
I mean, same thing y'all been doing. Yeah, just how do you think? I don't know.
Now, how do you stay creative during this time?
Well, when it first started, I was doing Grubhub and stuff.
Yeah. Same.
Well, are you so seriously, Tony? You're being serious though.
Yeah,
because people need to people think, oh, Netflix special, bitch, I got it now. I'm, what I'm saying, or building up to that. This is like some real stuff.
Oh no, I drive Amazon too. I was when he said, "How do you stay creative?" When it came through as I was doing Grubhub, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't feel at my most creative when I'm delivering, but maybe you got some insight.
Well, I used to be a bike messenger way back in the day, but just keep yourself busy.
Wow, how did I do that?
Yeah,
I don't know how the people who just sit down at their laptop or sit down and go, I'm gonna sit down in a room and write jokes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Can you give us any of the keys to your longevity? Because you've seen a lot of people come, you've seen a lot of people go, and yet you are still here getting flyer, if I may say. So myself. So what are some of the things aside from, I'm sure, keeping the creator first, that you do to maintain relevancy even when the camera's not on, and just throughout a span of 30 years, I believe 30 years or so in comedy?
It's just been 15 minutes.
Really? I don't think so.
Well, y'all didn't think I worked for Grubhub either, so.
Yo, that is bananas. So, I mean, what? So, if you were, because I know there are people watching. I mean, these are things that I ask myself, and this is something that someone had asked me earlier, knowing that you were going to be on the show. And I know that it sounds like kind of random or just generic, but it's you. So people want to know from you, what is the best comedy advice that you could give people who are in the comedy game as of yet? People, this is what they want to know from you: comedy advice. What's something good? Yeah. And if they don't,
This
I'm
my
being
man
selfish. I
Haywood.
want to know.
When I first met Haywood, Haywood was always like, "Yeah, man, yeah, what's up? Give me some advice." I'm like, "Dude, we're at the same open mic night." I think you should. Yeah, I think you should be. Yeah, that's just like being in a holding cell. I'm like, hey man, how do I? Yeah, how do I, how do I stay out of trouble? Really?
Will said, in addition to that, he also was like, throw that book away and talk about your experiences and talk about the things that you have lived and the things that you love. And that's what will connect to the audience. That's one of the things that Tony, what I love about Tony is that he talks to everyone in the audience and everyone. And I believe that's because of your travels, how well traveled you are. In addition to being a comedian, you are also in the U.S. Navy. And have traveled the world with that, as well as traveling the world with comedy. So let me ask you this: what's one of the coolest places you have been?
Probably Amsterdam.
I wonder why.
And how was that show?
those shows are really good. And everybody thinks the same thing about Amsterdam, but Amsterdam is dope, man. You go over there, you ride bicycles. The people are friendly. The food is super good because everybody comes from all over Europe, so you eat all types of food. Don't eat Dutch food though. But everybody else, it's like being in New York. Like in New York, you can get all types of food because it's all types of people. My Amsterdam is, New York is supposed to be New Amsterdam, but anyway, yeah. I mean, it was just dope to go places on your bike, and when y'all think bikes, it's not like the bicycles we ride. They're like upright bicycles. Like people, go to work. They transport their children. They like you see a painter and got all this equipment on his bike, and just it's not like you can imagine. You just
Probably
gotta
tandem bike. See
a
a lot of tandem bike.
Well, I mean, that's like nothing. A tandem bike. You see a bike with a woman with like 4 kids on it, different ages, different sizes, and boom, yeah. I didn't see too many tandem bikes because everybody ride their own bike. Only people who don't ride their own bike is little kids. The little kids you ride their bike. Everybody, and they're very tall over there.
The Lonely Bike Club. So how's the Lonely Bike Club going?
Am I the only person, like when the close-up comes up on Tony Wisdom, like he really remind me of Wood Harris a little. It's something that gives me some kind of Wood Harris right now. I'm just like enamored.
Tony,
I'm enamored too. I was looking at my book of compliments, and that wasn't in there.
Wood Harris is fine.
All right.
What you watching on TV?
Okay, what is on TV?
What are you watching on TV?
Himself. He's probably watching They Ready.
As a matter of fact, they was giving a commercial for Stanley Tucci is going to travel all over Italy and eat food. I'm watching CNN.
When you stuck in the house, Tony Woods, and you're not watching CNN or yourself on They Ready, what's something that you binge watch? What else are you watching on Netflix?
I watch MeTV and I watch the History Channel, the one where they like ancient aliens and stuff like that.
I went back and started watching that.
Yeah,
a lot of PBS, like my man Henry Louis Gates, I love that. Where he finding your roots. As a matter of fact, a buddy of mine who I went to high school with is one of the research people for him. He works at National Geographic, and he just did a little bit of stuff, and we just found like my great grandfather. I don't know. He did some names and found my grandfather's draft card, and just
Wow.
little stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah. But I mean, we still get down with Family Feud at 7 to 7:30.
Okay. Documentaries, Feeding the Brain, and Family Food. Dig that. All right.
That's balance. That's
Yeah.
balance.
It's just what I stopped on was Twitter just because I did watch what's the name of it? I watched the thing, The Bridgertons. I watched that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, with his feather down.
Oh yeah, that's my spirit animal.
Yes, feather down. Bridgerton. I love that
Yeah.
movie. I mean, that show.
It was dope. It was what else did I watch on there?
That was horrible.
I watched Sabrina.
I love Sabrina. Teenage Witch.
Oh my God.
Yes, child. Yes, that's my show.
Sabrina is
how they get
hilarious.
into it.
It's gotten
How
really
they
dark.
get into it. It's super dark.
Yeah,
Going
yeah.
back to, Black Laughs, just real quick. What did you always know you were gonna do comedy? And if so, like who were you listening to that you were like, oh yeah, this is what I am going to do? I mean, obviously you were in the Navy and stuff like that, but
So if I answer the first question, the rest of them don't even count. Because
Okay.
I didn't. No, I didn't. So the rest of that don't count, do it? It's like you answered the question for me and just said, and who would you like? I wouldn't watch nobody. That ain't what
What I mean, so when was the first time you performed? What was the first time you performed? First time you went on stage, and did you think it was magical?
The first time I did stand up was at the comedy club, but before that, me and my friends used to be in a lip sync talent show. We used to have a lip sync talent group.
Lip sync talent.
Pretty high. Like we lip sync and we did dance moves and stuff. It was dope.
Yeah, what was that was like, yeah, I've been to those type of shows. It was like shows. That's what we used to call them. People used to lip sync and
It was junior high, man.
Oh,
middle school.
started early. I thought you was an adult. Oh, okay.
Somebody said, what was the group name?
I don't think we had a group. Did we? I don't know.
Comes to the stage, Tony Woods and his friend.
So speaking of that, we were talking about our show on February 28th at the Arlington Cinema Draft House Theater, but on February 26th and February 27th, you have shows at the Arlington Cinema Draft House and Comedy Theater. So is it how's that going to go? We following you. We Sunday show. You got the weekend. So how's that go? Is it Tony Woods and Friends?
Yes, I'm gonna just do Tony Woods and Friends because a whole bunch of people around town go, can guests follow your show? So because Haywood, do you remember we had Tony Woods and Friends? It was at the DC Improv. Remember, it was supposed to happen, and then they shut everything down.
Yeah.
Remember? But before that, I had done a couple of them around town, and they was booming because people kept stopping in. Then with Hamburger, they were Brahman, and then when Dave and Tiffany and them popped in, that just sealed the deal. Everybody Tony Woods, when Tony Woods say Friends, you don't know who's gonna be there.
And Anthony will be in Atlanta those days, but God, I'm saying we're gonna be missing that because we don't get back until the Sunday morning.
What? Where you
I am being inducted into the Ballroom Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you watch like Legendary and Pose and all of that, I've been a member of the ballroom scene for over 20 years. So
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going to Atlanta. Patrice and Kevin are going with me. We're going in tow. We'll be performing at a few clubs, and then on Saturday we're gonna get inducted into this Hall of Fame.
All
So
right.
wait,
Legendary.
congratulations. But this haven't it's not dancing. Is it
No,
dancing?
it's ballroom like voguing and chanting,
Dude,
that kind of
listen.
ballroom.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Long time ago, I used to go with this girl. She went to UDC, and she was taking a film. She was taking, I don't know, film class, something like that. So boom. So we went to this movie theater. It was on DuPont Circle, right? So
Mhm.
I ran into another friend of mine at the concession stand. We're like, yo, what's up? Because it's like 3 or 4 different theaters you can go to. Like, what's up, man? So we get, all right, man. All right, good seeing you. Good seeing you. All right, man. Yeah, we kept doing that because we 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 wanted, and then finally I'm like, yeah, man, what movie go to? He said, I'm here with my girl because my girl film school. He said, my girl in film school. Ah. Like, boy, he said, that's why. It was a movie called,
Paris is burning.
there you go,
Paris is
Paris is
right.
Burning.
That's the one. Yeah, that's
It was
the
a
one.
documentary about that. We to this day, me and him still laugh about that because we went out there to buy popcorn. Went to buy popcorn, candy, sodas, Twizzlers. She's like, I can't let this dude see me walk in Paris burning. And he was thinking the same thing, man.
Y'all done bought the whole concession stand trying not to make each other look gay. Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
No, and then no, and then this is the funny part, right? So we walk in, right, together. We walk in together, and then he like, yeah, my girl is over. Like she not over there. Like, I'm like, like that. Yo,
Oh,
wait, hold up, wait, no, hold up. And then I hear my girl call out to me, and she's like, oh, and she go, this my friend. We in school together. Like, and he's like, phew, I was like, told you. So
no. Oh.
that made it even funnier because we walked in, and he's like, yeah, me and my girl sitting over here, and when nobody sitting over there, I'm like, oh, dog. I was like, man, Tony Woods ain't gonna judge you, dog. Look,
Tony Woods
that
ain't
just
gonna
made
judge you.
Tony
That
Woods
is my
ain't
new
gonna
quote.
judge you, dog.
Tony
but
Woods ain't gonna judge you, dog. That's my
it
new
was
That's
quote.
good
it,
because
man.
they was both sitting together, and it was like, you know, because they had to be there for class or whatever.
But did you learn how to vogue from watching the movie?
Hilarious. Yo.
But that dude, the dude from Fame was in there, wasn't he?
Oh,
The rapper,
Leroy?
Leroy,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if Leroy was in
yeah. He was one of the
Paris is burning.
celebrity. He was one of the
Yeah, I don't
celebrity
remember.
judges in it. He was one of the celebrity
Oh,
judges in
okay.
it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that
And
definitely.
my first cousin is his niece, like his brother, his older brother is my cousin's father.
Oh,
And
can they dance?
yeah, no, the dude named Leroy who played on Fame,
Hmm.
his older brother is my cousin's father. Did that connect? So,
I mean,
right.
so in black people terms, that's your
I was
cousin.
gonna say, you know how black people, we don't break it down
Okay.
to the
If
Lord.
they older, it's your uncle or your
That's my
aunt.
cousin.
If
That's
they,
my cousin.
yeah,
As
that's
simple as
Yeah.
even if it's
Once,
your next door
once
neighbor.
you
I
had.
mean,
twice
no,
removed.
hey man, he good. I mean, because when I met what's the older sister, the one from Bill Cosby show, Felicia. Yeah,
Felicia Rashad.
when I met her, I told her that he was my cousin. Could be, you know, because her sister Debbie.
Yep,
Yeah,
yeah, the dancer,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, thanks.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
I don't know why. Y'all hear that feedback?
Yeah.
That means it's an hour.
Yeah, I do think that's what it is.
I really wanted to hear what y'all was. What were y'all talking about in the beginning when y'all showed like a cartoon or something?
Oh, that was
the Uncle Historian segment.
this right here.
Charlie Case.
What did he do?
Haywood, take it away.
Charlie Case is the first brother to slip on a banana peel.
Basically.
And not break his back.
And
What was it?
one of
Is
the
he a
fathers.
Yeah,
comedian?
they say he's the father of stand-up. And stand-up comedy, as we know it in America today, first one to stand flat-footed and not use
And with
any
no
instrument.
white face and no
He
prop.
did use blackface. He did use blackface.
I mean blackface and
Yeah,
no prop.
because he was real light skinned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had
He
something
was.
to say.
Well,
Like you said, it was the universal sign, right? It was a banana peel. So he slipped on that banana peel in front of folks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anthony, I don't.
Didn't break his back.
I hope
They
Anthony
showing all the footage from the riot.
still.
Yeah.
The impeachment trial is going on.
It's stuff you didn't see on the news. It's stuff you didn't see on the news from the all the cursing, all of this. I mean, dudes just punching policemen. Stuff that'll get you shot.
If you're black,
They definitely
black.
that look like us for a lot less, a whole lot less.
Yep.
But Anthony, I feel like before we get out of here, and I hope this is okay. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission because you put it on Facebook. I really want to applaud you for 5 years being sober.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you was like you didn't know where I was about to go with this.
Okay, I was like, girl, what you talking about?
But that is something that should definitely not be swept under the rug. It is no easy feat, and for you to be the person that I don't know all of what you have been through, only what we've talked about, but for you to be the person that you are, at least to me in my life, with everything that you have overcome, your testimony, I'm telling you, the day that you decide that you're going to put that stuff on stage,
I know. I'm working on it. I just gotta stop crying before I do it.
I'm just so proud of you.
I just really it's been a oh God. Whew.
So proud of you.
I know I'm not, I promise. So I just want people to know that it can happen. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that I thought I would be doing coke until I died. You know what I'm saying? That's how much of a part of it was my life. I did it every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me to be able to quit and just like I remember I quit like right when the first time I did comedy, I was like, I can't do cocaine no more. I just can't. And I for real, like I stopped. Like that was in November of I think 2015, 2014. And then I stopped, and then that following February, we got snowed in a snowstorm in DC, and then I relapsed because of the snow. Literally. We got snowed in and we got snowed in. But after that, you know what I'm saying? I just, stuck to my guns. I made some real hard decisions. And 5 years later, here I am. So, it can happen.
And you did all that without going to the meetings.
Yes, that's the comedy.
You did it without going to meetings and stuff.
You say, what you say, Tony?
You did it without going to the meetings and listening to stories.
Well, I mean, yeah, I used to go to those meetings, and as soon as I left, me and my friend would go get a bag and talk about the meeting and the stories. So that didn't work for me. It wasn't until I made up in my mind that I really wanted to. I got fed up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But before we do go, I just want to also give it up to Miss Donna. There are not many Black women that I know that work at NASA and who are doing the work and putting in the work. And I just want to, after seeing Hidden Figures, I feel like I can't go any further without giving you your flowers.
So much. In fact, I'm actually doing Scientifically Funny Women show on Saturday with a physicist that's a comedian
Wow.
and somebody that does climate change research in Australia that's a comedian.
Wow.
It's all women show, and then there's me. I'm a configuration and data manager at NASA, but I'm probably the only Black woman that's 60 years old doing stand-up improv and sketch comedy that work at NASA, so I know I'm a unicorn.
Yeah! Unicorn! Come on, unicorn!
And so on Saturday, I'm gonna be talking about bullshit and physics and flat Earth and NASA. It's gonna be a weird ass show.
Are you in Florida? Are you in Florida?
No, I'm in Virginia. We was on that show a long time in Suffolk, Virginia, that little bar. And my sister, you remember? I know it's a lot of shows you've been on.
No, wait, folks.
Oh, he turned him back into a pumpkin.
Oh.
That's like no. That's like it was a bodacious show, right?
I don't know. It was Tim Luli's from the Funny Bone that had this little bar, and we went to this little bar in Suffolk.
The white guy.
Yeah, and my sister Jackie.
Then we did a cruise. We did a cruise after that.
I don't know. You did the cruise. I wasn't on the cruise.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Is this Jackie's sister?
I'm Jackie's sister.
Shut up.
She said this in the group chat.
No, that's why I wanted to do this on my iPad. I'm on my phone. I can't see nobody's face. What's up?
You can't see my face?
Huh? I can't.
It's me, Tony.
But yeah, we did the boat ride and everything.
Yo, we have to get out of here. Tony, tell everybody where they can find you. You got shows coming up. Give everybody this last piece of information you want them to know.
Okay. I'm at the Arlington Summer Draft House the last of this month. And this weekend I'll be at what's the name of this place? Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, but you know, I don't know if your listeners are listening from that far.
We got listeners all over the world. This is the Black Think Tank with Anthony and Patrice.
Hey, Miss Donna, you up next? What you got going on? You got your scientific show?
Yeah, besides the Scientifically Funny show, I'm doing a sketch and improv show at the an all POC improv and sketch group that I started 2 years ago called Lemon Pepper and Saison. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're all people of color and we do improv sketch and yeah, so we got a ratchet Black History Month at the end of the month. So just hold on, it's gonna be real funny. So follow us and I got some other stuff coming up. I'm doing hip hop improv workshops at my theater. I started a diversity council at my improv theater to get more Black folks and people of color doing improv because you know we need to change that landscape. So I stay busy with these bad knees.
Yes.
But you came on here cute tonight. You had on your top with your peekaboo cutout at the top. Okay. Peekaboo cutout. Yes.
Orlando. Yeah.
Okay. Haywood, Tracy, what y'all got?
I cut my own hair for y'all.
Tracy, Haywood.
Shouts out Miss Donna. Shouts out Tony. Big ups to both of them. We'll be following Tony on February 28th. He'll be there 26th and 27th at the Arlington Cinema Theater Draft House. So come check that show out. February 19th, we'll be online with Laugh House DMV. Black Think Tank will be. And February 12th, which is Friday, I'll be online with ASAP Comedy. So I should be posting that shortly. So like me on Facebook. Or follow me on Facebook, like me on one of them other ones, Instagram or Twitter, and you'll get that information. Or just go to the webpage, HaywoodTurnipseedJr.com. Ha, 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 ha.
Ha, 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 Tracy.
No, man, I'll just be cooking my cannabis.
My knees is bad You got a hookup?
She does. She got CBD, Miss Donna. She got CBD for your knees. She got CBD for your knees.
And I can still keep my government job?
Yes, it is.
Yes, you can, because it's been tested and it has less than 0.3% THC in each bottle. And I also gift THC products that have a little bit more than 0.3%. So if you're interested in getting a gift from me, go ahead to MJ_herbal_infusions at IG and hit me up. If you're looking for CBD, MJherbalinfusions.com.
All right. And I can still keep my job. All right.
Yes, Miss DeVoe.
Well, listen, you know, we got a lot going on over here, but Is She Funny Land? So let's start with this Thursday, ridiculously funny Philadelphia, assuming that we don't get snowed out. I'm going to be in Philly with my guy, Ken Jones, bringing the laughter. And then in Maryland, we have Love Bites. And that's with Alex Scott. That's in Maryland. All this information is definitely at But Is She Funny? And the link's in my bio. And on Sunday, Valentine's Day, we have the Tiffany Blue and Your Boo, Cupid Chuckles with Brandon Hot Sauce Glover as the headline. Myself, Anthony Oakes. We are going to be hosting, so come through. There's still a few tickets left, not many, but there are a couple tickets left. So come through on Sunday, rain, sleet, snow, or hail. We will be where the funny reside.
Where the funny reside, where the funny reside, where the funny reside, where the funny reside. And as always, my name is Anthony Oakes. What do I have? I feel like I have, Comedy Chuckles in Virginia on Sunday. And then at the end of the month, we'll be at some club in Atlanta on Thursday. And then I'll be...
that's Babylon in Atlanta.
Yes.
On the 25th.
Yes. And then on the 28th, we'll be at the Arlington Draft House Cinema. So make sure you get your tickets for that on the 28th. We want to see you there. And then we might be out in Vegas.
No, it's no might, baby, because we done already sold Texas is already selling. Let me
you didn't mention it, so I didn't know if you wanted to drop that tidbit.
I was just thinking, hey, we're gonna be here every Tuesday but I definitely need to let you know that the Black Think Tank is taking Las Vegas on March the 11th. We have tickets to the live interactive podcast. It's all VIP seating, and then on Friday and Saturday, we have 2 stand-up comedy shows. Tammy T. Love out of Oakland, Benny Pitts out of Atlanta, and Alex Scott bringing him all the way from VA to Las Vegas so that we can do this East Coast, West Coast thing, this coast-to-coast thing. Get your tickets on Eventbrite right now, because I promise you, this VIP sections, they are selling, honey. They're selling like Herbal Infusions.
Yo, and Holly Logan, shout out to my cousin Holly Logan. We just found out we was cousins. She's out in LA. We will definitely be out in LA. We literally just found. We was like, wait a minute, who are your people? Wait a minute, who are your people? We cousins. So shout out to her. We'll be in LA right after we're in Vegas. We just gonna hit the road, yo. But I love you all. Thank you for being Black. We love Black people. We especially love Black people. We love everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
People. Happy Valentine's Day. Shout out to my boo, Kevin. I love you so much. And thank you, Tony Woods. Thank you, Donna Lewis. We appreciate y'all so much. We admire you. You are my personal mentors. And I appreciate you so much. And we're out. Anybody got any last words?
Well, I did drop in the chat.
Thank y'all for having me.
And on all the time, I dropped it in the chat.
See y'all. Good
Check
to see
out
you.
Dave Chappelle's acceptance speech from the Mark Twain Awards. Check that out, because he really lets you know how you should really view comedy and how we really should revere Tony Woods and respect him.
Yes, definitely.
What's up,
Donna Lewis!
Create a space where we could, discuss Black content creators and providers and consumers of Black content. on the